Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior. Want to know what it means to be a warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a warrior's shoes. Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, warriors are prepared to lead a significant life.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260s dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
My name is Kian Ching.
I am Solomon Long. We are electrical engineering students at Indiana Tech and will be graduating May of 2021.
For electrical engineering, I gained an interest through robotics in high school, actually. And I got to know the mechanical engineering side of robotics, then I got into the electrical side, and I kind of learned that I like the electrical side a little better than the mechanical side.
I actually relate it back to cooking when I was younger. Find a meal that I like, tear it apart, and figure out what aspect about it that I like and see if I could recreate it at home. And I sort of took that logical mindset of taking something that's interesting, breaking it apart, and putting it back together. And I found out then that that's basically what engineering is. So we decided to pursue this project because it was sort of interesting. It was definitely difficult, but we hadn't seen somebody else do this before.
Well, our project is basically a human detection device that detects human footsteps within a certain radius. The general functionality of our device is it takes in frequency waves from anything around, and then we coded it onto the device where it just calculates and filters out anything that's not a footstep. And then from there, it just kind of calculates where the location is through a neat function called multilateration, which is a whole math theory and everything.
Yeah, so the process itself basically just takes data from a person walking around. It takes that data mixed with all the noise from the environment and filters it out using the code and filters the device itself, determines what signal is actually a person versus what was noise, then uses the delay between all of the sensors to find out where that person is located.
From my knowledge, the marketability of this product would be more towards the security side and marketing side, actually. So for security side, it's more of a discrete surveillance system versus like a camera in a room where someone can see it, versus our sensing device that you can put under like a table where nobody can see it. And then it can also do like heat mapping and population traffic to determine like in a room where the most visited places.
So during the first semester of Senior Project, or Senior Project 1, we basically were just going through research, trying to figure out what project we actually wanted to talk about, what project we wanted to do. Once the project was decided, then the rest of the semester was research. And then Senior Project 2 is where we actually really started going through and building the device.
We had the components that we wanted, and then we just went in with design iterations. We went in with all kind of just trial and error, trying to make something work, spending hours and hours in this lab.
So to break the process down to actually manufacture our device, what we decided to do was first start with what sensors we needed, what microcontrollers we needed, how we were going to hook everything up. To actually assemble the project, first we decided on how big the project was going to be, how much room it should take up, got all the dimensions of all the components, the microcontroller, the sensors, the chip, all of that, the battery. Then took that design, wired all the controllers and everything up onto a prototyping board, the filters, the microcontroller, the sensors, put it all together, and then just kind of temporarily mounted it to the device to actually prototype.
And then for the actual functionality of making all these components work together, it kind of was just all cored into the coding, which we used for coding MATLAB and also C++ coding. And then from that, we used kurtosis, which is kind of like a probabilities and statistics theory. Then from that, we used the time of arrivals and the time difference of arrivals of the actual wave. And then from that, we took that data in and put into multilateration, which is kind of like the core bread and butter of the entire project, where it determined where the location of that person was from the time differences of the wave to the sensors. I would say for issues that we've encountered and kind of just failures and prototypes, it became very apparent that the time difference and having everything really close was kind of an issue. And then we decided for our last prototype that we built was going to be increasing the distance between the sensors so that we didn't have to work as close with the time differences.
Yeah, a lot of our device revolved around that time difference of arrival or time of arrivals. And that ended up, the faster that we could sample, the more accurate we'd be able to actually take that data.
Overall, in at least for me, what I used from my other classes for this project was coding skills. I also learned that drawing schematics and just drawing out ideas and just throwing out ideas end up creating better ideas than trying to find that perfect idea to start with. For me, on a personal level, I'm very much a computer science guy. I really like to code. So being able to see my code that I wrote actually do what I want is always fulfilling in itself.
When the project was done, that first moment there, just feeling that huge thing, it works.
Yeah.
And as soon as it worked, that was just that was super, super fun.
Yeah.
I really appreciated Indiana Tech for a lot of the professors that have been around. I know Zach, Rumsey, Professor Byers, all three of them have been huge supports. They've been super encouraging. They've been super nice. Having them help, that was definitely something that I really appreciated about Tech. As excited as I am to graduate, I will miss all the friends and all the teachers that I have, but I am ready to move on and to continue working in the actual industry where I can not just better myself, but potentially create something to better someone else.
For me, as much as I've enjoyed my time at Tech, I would like to just be able to take this opportunity to use this as a stepping stone for my next step in life, which is going to be starting my career and using what I've learned here to be able to better the world.
Welcome inside the Warrior Athletic Field here on the campus of Indiana Tech. Women's lacrosse season getting underway today. Getting going a little earlier. We'll go ahead and listen into the starting lineup here. Siena Heights already been announced. We're listening in now to Indiana Tech.
A sophomore from DeForest, Wisconsin, number 10, Brooke Moore. A senior from Hilliard, Ohio, number 11, Hallie Reinhardt. A freshman from Millersville, Maryland, number 12, Noelle Ritchie. A senior from Greenwood, Indiana, number 13, Addie Buffalo. A sophomore from Tecumseh, Michigan, number 14, Danny McComber. A senior from Columbus, Ohio, number 15, Abby Wilson. A sophomore from Hazlet, Michigan, number 17, Faith Donnelly. A senior from Medina, Ohio, number 18, Maddie Jarvis. A junior from Hazlet, Michigan, number 23, Jordan Donnelly. And goal for the Royals, a freshman from Land O'Lakes, Florida, number 22, Sydney Endorfer. The head coach of Indiana Tech is Alexis DeGiovanni. She is assisted by Amanda Belodi and Michaela Gordon. At this time, we ask the teams rise to remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
All right, there we go with some technical difficulties on the sound system here. The women's team here at Indiana Tech going and giving us a beautiful rendition of the national anthem to get things started here for the home slate. Could not have gotten a much worse weather day. It is windy, it is rainy, and it is cold. But we are out here and we are ready to get this one started. I'm Joe Hacker. I'll have your play-by-play here today. On the camera is Jeff Mahoney. So Indiana Tech 1-1 so far on the season with a loss in their opener before coming back a few days later and picking up a win. Have not played here in 10 days. Their last game on Wednesday, March 9th, a 12-4 win on the road at Marion. That loss at the College of Worcester, 18-7. And here we go, ready to get this one started against the 9th-ranked Siena Heights Saints. They are 1-4, but don't let that deceive you. They have played some top-end competition. We'll take a look here at some of the opponents that they've taken on. So they have played 3 ranked teams already this season. Number 2 ranked Cumberland's, number 5 Reinhardt, and number 4 Life, a team that will be here at Indiana Tech in a few weeks. They've been outscored 58-26 in those games. So a tall task ahead here for the Warriors. They were picked to finish 5th in the WAC to get this season started. And we're ready for the opening face-off. The whistle blows and away we go. 4 15-minute quarters here in Lacrosse, as chasing this one down is Siena Heights. It's in the stick of Sereno as she goes down the right side, working with the long stick, looking at what options she might have. Gets it back out. This looks to be Spell. Up in the center, works it back around. Androwski. Shot clock down to 67 here. Siena Heights still controlling possession here. Spell doesn't have anything right now. I'll finally work the ball down behind the goal. Look to set up the offense from there. It comes back out to the near side for Merrick. Slows this one down, takes her time, comes around now, and working for this one once again is Spell. Feeds it out into the middle. That pass broken up, and Indiana Tech takes over. Trying to get this one out and clear it all the way. Running ahead with this one is Donnelly. Out to midfield. She'll get it over to Gilmore. Faces some pressure. Surrounded in a couple of Navy jerseys. She's still with it. Works over now into the offensive box. Ritchie down low behind the goal. Barkdole still holding on to it. Feeds in the middle. A shot there for Indiana Tech. And a goal, I believe, for the Warriors. I think that was Reinhardt for Indiana Tech. We'll go ahead and sneak a quick look at that one on the replay, as a beautiful pass there. And a goal for Indiana Tech to get this one started. They lead it 1-0. Their first shot, and it's a goal. Working to get confirmation on that scorer here. And this one is going to be going in favor of Siena Heights. Bringing this one up the field is Spell. Slows it down. Less than 2 minutes in, it's Indiana Tech leading this one 1-0. Believe it went to Barkdole, who got the goal. Reinhardt, excuse me, right out in front. As wind picks up here, once again at the Warrior Athletic Field. Siena Heights playing a little bit of catch here. Looking to go on the attack, but not finding a room. A lane was Androwski. Behind the goal, Spell. Side of the net, trying to work this one out. Right out into the middle, a shot and a goal there for Siena Heights through the stick of Sereno. Right back to it, ready to go here on the face-off. Referee just making sure everyone's all set to go. He'll step back, and there we go. Indiana Tech's going to win this one, and here they come. Running up with this one, feeding it into the middle. Lost the handle on it. That one was Barkdole. Now Siena Heights looking to clear. Quickly running out of room here for Siena Heights is Stockdale. And we'll get a whistle here. And it looks like Indiana Tech is going to control this one. Comes out to Burr. Indiana Tech taking their time here, getting this one set up behind the goal. Wilson out at the top now. Donnelly gets rid of it. Wind really whipping in now from this left side. Big gust, probably the biggest one we've had so far today. This is a sustained one. Wow. As Indiana Tech still controlling, chasing this one down is McComber. Pass into the middle, couldn't connect. Picked up by Indiana Tech. And getting to this one are the Warriors once again. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Need to start looking for something here. Whistle will blow. And I believe this is still going to be Indiana Tech's ball. And it is. Shot there, saved. And Siena Heights will look to get this one ahead. Pass out for Frankfurt. And she looks to cross through midfield. Moving out to the right now. Had it knocked off of her stick, and we're going to get a whistle here, and it'll stay with Siena Heights. Spell. Out in front. Trying to dodge a little bit. Gets rid of it. Nice pass there. Comes down behind the Warrior net now, where it will be controlled by Androwski. Over to Pringle. Back out top now for Spell. A little bit of isolation here is over on the left side. Siena Heights looking to set up some sort of play here. Spell still controls.
Watch the turnover. Watch the turnover. It's coming.
Still with it. Trying to work her way into the middle. Getting blocked out. Shot there, but saved. Oberdorfer taking her time, looking for the clearing option. Just a touch over 9 minutes to go here in our first quarter. And here we go. Running this one up is Barkdole. Gets this one ahead. Here's Wilson. Numbers for Indiana Tech as they head into the offensive half. Nice pass there. Shot and a save comes through. Didn't get there. Indiana Tech picks up the loose ball. No control along the far side. Donnelly works back out top for Barkdole. Reinhard with it. Behind the goal now, looking for an option back out in front. Finds one. Couldn't collect it for the shot. Was Ritchie. Try and chase this one down as it rolls out of bounds and will come the other way now. Looking for the clearing option here is Siena Heights. Stedham in goal for them today. No rush here. Long pass ahead, couldn't connect. And Indiana Tech battling for the ground ball. They'll pick it up now. And looking to start it back ahead will be Donnelly. Jordan Donnelly, that is. I think there were two Donnellys. Yep. Faith and Jordan. Here we go, Indiana Tech on the attack here. Wilson couldn't quite handle that pass. Now coming ahead is Frankfurt. Missed her target there in the middle, Sereno. But Siena Heights still with it. Pringle. A couple of sticks in her face, holds on to the ball still. Pass ahead, didn't connect on that one. Loose ball. And Siena Heights gets it back, but just shot it right back towards no man's land, and Indiana Tech took it over. Noella Ritchie doesn't have a lot of close teammate support here, just trying to find some room for herself. Had it knocked off her stick, but out of bounds. It'll stay with Indiana Tech. Donnelly misfired on the pass as Wilson couldn't collect that one. She'll battle for the ground ball and picks it up. Along the near side, looks to bring this one through. Has some room in front of her. Tries to dodge to the left. Cuts back, now right side. Still puts on another spin move. She's bodied off to the left. She'll fire that one through the goal, but it goes harmlessly through the mouth. The women's lacrosse team showed out, had some great support for the men's volleyball team last night. And I think the men's team is here returning the favor before they play at 5 o'clock tonight, as there's another goal for Indiana Tech. I think that one couldn't quite tell. And I think that might have been Brooke Burr. Props to the volleyball team for coming out here in the not great weather when they have a game as well tonight. Trying to stay warm, huddling right in front of us. You gotta love seeing all these Indiana Tech athletes out here supporting each other. As I did 95% of the hockey games, and frequently at least the women's softball team would make it out to a lot of the women's hockey games, and lots of other support. And you see here today, volleyball and lacrosse combining forces. Spring break here on campus, so bringing some additional support. And here we go, Indiana Tech once again with another potential chance here. Tries to dodge back, and a whistle blows as Faye Donnelly trying to make it a 3-1 game. .5:28 on the clock here. Quarter number one. Again, 2-1 our score off the goal for Indiana Tech. As Siena Heights going to take this one over now. Shot clock resets to 90 seconds. And Siena Heights unable to clear this one. As the whistle will blow, they'll just keep on moving. Blown dead again. Siena Heights still with it. Long pass across for Sereno. Spell. And a prominent controller of play here for the Saints. She'll bring this one up. Slows things back down. Gives it off to Sereno. Looking to potentially fire into the middle. A shot in the goal there for Siena Heights, as that was Hannah Merrick evening this one up. Or did she? I don't think so. All right, remains 2-1. That one negated. Gilmore had it knocked off her stick. Battled for it still, and Indiana Tech's going to be able to pick this one up. It's Wilson. Turning on the Jets, bring this one through once again. inside the restraining box. She'll fire and save there for Siena Heights. Immediate clearing attempt, trying to turn this one right back up the field. Running ahead with it is Nicole. Numbers for the Saints as they come through here. Fed in the middle. That's a shot in the goal there. That one should count for Emily Pringle. And we're going to get a timeout here. So we will go ahead and step aside. You're watching Indiana Tech Lacrosse, brought to you by SummitCitySports.com.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior. Want to know what it means to be a warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a warrior's shoes. Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, warriors are prepared to lead a significant life.
All right, right back to it out of the timeout. Face off, and it'll be controlled now by Siena Heights. Here comes Spell. She's racing through. She's pretty unobstructed there all the way down to that soccer box line. Now it's Pringle with it, coming off that goal she just scored. The goal that was waved off was for offsides, I guess. So right in the middle for Spell. She'll miss that one. Rolls out of bounds, but Siena Heights closest to it. They'll get possession right back. Androwski looking into the middle, finds a connection. That one there with Frankfurt. Has to send it right back out. Good defense there coming out of the Warriors. Picking this one up is Pringle. Gets over to Androwski. Getting confused right by Andorfer Commons. Just meshing the two. And it's Androwski here for Siena Heights, the junior out of Las Vegas, making the trek up to Adrian, Michigan to continue her lacrosse career. Two pretty small schools here, just 1,200 students for Siena Heights. There's a big save coming through there for Indiana Tech. Oberdorfer gets that one taken care of as it's sent ahead. Battled for there out at midfield. No one coming away with full control yet, and now it'll be Siena Heights that has it. Sent down. That was Delcloss with it for just a moment, as it's behind the goal now. Sereno. With it out in front. Had it knocked off her stick. Indiana Tech couldn't come up with it. Whistle will blow here, though. And as a lacrosse novice, I have no idea what that signal means, so that will be part of my research for the next time will be out here. As there's a shot, big save coming through here for Indiana Tech. Handling this one now is Androwski. Nicole. Far side. Worked around. Pringle. Side of the net. Tries to dodge here. Cuts back into the middle. Might have a look here. She'll fire that one, but it looked to be just wide. Lacrosse will have men and women next Saturday. But I will be out of town that weekend. The next one after that, it will really start picking up in April, albeit a relative term here. Pretty limited schedule for lacrosse, being right at the end of the school year. Kind of a similar situation for baseball and softball, even though they play there. A lot of double headers and back-to-back-to-back type situations. This is Nicole with it. Comes around to Merrick. Defended there, but she'll get around. She'll fire and score. So Siena Heights gets back on top here. And it'll be 3-2 now with 54.2 seconds to go in the first quarter. Again, 4 15-minute quarters is my understanding. And we'll bring this one back out to center for yet another face-off. Off the draw, and it'll be controlled here by Sereno. Spell, once again, just a sophomore. Pass out in front, a shot, and another goal there for Siena Heights. This one from Frankfurt. And so Siena Heights down 2-1, and they are storming back here. And now they lead it by 2 as we approach the end of the first quarter. Just 13 seconds later.
Hey, we good. Let's go, Hallie.
So Indiana Tech giving up 2 quick ones here and now find themselves in a 4-2 hole after leading. They scored the first goal, went up 1-0, went up 2-1. And so Siena Heights now with their biggest lead of the game, biggest lead for any team of the game. Here's Spell to Sereno. Trying to pick it up off the ground, couldn't handle it, and couldn't pick it back up either. Now it's Indiana Tech that does, and a high sticking type situation there as Reinhardt looked like she caught one up high, dropped immediately to the ground. And so still a little slow to get up. Looks like a little bit of a stinger there. And we'll see what happens here. Just getting herself resituated. And it will be Indiana Tech's ball. 19 seconds to go here, quarter number 1. Joe Hacker here calling your play-by-play. Jeff Mahoney on the camera. On the far side, no one able to gather this one up yet, and going down to the turf was Burr. And so Indiana Tech will get the ball. Long pass all the way ahead here. This one finds Donnelly as the time will expire, so that'll be the end of our first quarter. We'll go ahead and step aside. You're watching Indiana Tech Lacrosse, brought to you by SummitCitySports.com.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. Want to know what it means to be a Warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a Warrior's shoes. Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, Warriors are prepared to lead a significant life.
Welcome back, Warrior Athletic Field. First home lacrosse game for either men's or women's of the season. It's the women taking the field today, and they find themselves down 4-2 against Siena Heights. And now we get a car alarm going off. It is not mine. That's what we're concerned about. Here we go. Face off. Quarter number 2. Kicked ahead. Picked up now by McComber. Sews up. Cuts to the middle. Sends it back out high now for Burr. Brooke Burr with 4 goals so far on the season. 4 assists, rather. 5 points, 1 goal. Here's Burr. Backs out once again. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. 50-plus seconds. She'll take a tumble there. Behind the goal, Indiana Tech with it. Whistle blows, ready to go. Was not behind the net. I just thought it was McComber taking her time back there. Now it is behind the goal. Barkdole, near side, dodges one, into the middle. Looking to fire, blocked there. Gets another chance, tried to send that one low, couldn't get it through. Picked up now. Getting bodied up there a little bit was Sereno, the senior midfielder. Seen her prominent on offense back there making the defensive play. Sent out now, but missed on the pass. Looking for Androwski. Gets back to Androwski now. Over on the far side. Porchetta made the pass. Siena Heights still looking to clear, and that's a little high there. A little bit up high there from Barkdole. He is on Glasgow. And she'll get carded up for that one. Still getting everything resituated here. When we get ready to go, it'll be Nicole Glasgow, the sophomore defender from Grand Ledge, Michigan. to try and get this one cleared out here. In the feet, ground ball. No one able to collect it yet. Now here you go. Frankfurt through midfield, gets rid of it. Pass across, and on the attack, it's Merrick with it. Merrick already has one today. Sereno out high in front of the net, trying to dodge around a couple, feeds it back in the middle, just a little bit behind the intended target. Trying to collect this one. Indiana Tech has a couple players around, but knocked off the stick of Androwski, and it'll stay with Siena Heights. She's still with it. Out into the middle, Frankfurt. Across, into the slot, shot! That one goes wide there for Siena Heights. They'll still be with it. Closest to the out-of-bounds line, so they'll get there first. It's Merrick with it again. Cut through into the middle as she was defended there by Gilmore of the Warriors. And be Indiana Tech's ball now on the turnover. And they'll look to clear this one up the field. It's Maddie Jarvis. She might have been one of the leaders there as she'll tumble to the ground. She might have been one of the leaders of that cheering section for the volleyball team last night. Looked like her down there in the front row, as that was a tight 3-0 for the men's team. 3 close sets, but able to get it done in 3 straight. They'll be back in action again tonight at, I believe, 5 o'clock. I think it's against Cornerstone, as they're coming down towards the end of their season. Only 1 loss this season. A great year for them. As here comes Indiana Tech on the attack. Back across. Couldn't quite put that one in the back of the goal. I think that was Barkdole. Another chance here for Indiana Tech as it's with Ritchie. Gets it out. Looking to fire. That one goes low, but saved there. The shot coming from Reinhard, and making the save was Stedham. Now the Saints come back up the other way. Merrick down the far side, slows it back up, tries to feed into the middle. Broken up by Indiana Tech. Loose ball, picked up, and now we're bringing this one up ahead the other way is Jordan Donnelly. Here comes Jordan. Through midfield, looking to get below the restraining line here. And we'll finish up the jog, going the full length of the field, and ends up behind the Saints' goal. Behind the net. Now trying to work out in front. Comes up high now for Burr. Into the low slot area. A shot in the goal there for Faith Donnelly. Indiana Tech back within 1 here. Off the goal from Donnelly, I think. $9:49 to go. Warriors back within 1 here. Come out to mid for a face-off. Siena Heights has seemingly been dominating the face-offs here. Feels like every time Spell just flips it back. We'll see what goes down on this one. Referee getting set, and here we go. Pick this one up is Sereno. Spell feeling some back check here. And she'll cross the restraining line and shake that defender who couldn't go any lower. Pringle. Behind the net now. Comes out on the other side. Trying to work in the middle. A shot there, and she'll score. So Pringle wastes no time getting another one back here for Siena Heights. and it'll be a 5-3 game. Seems like the scoring has picked up here in the last, after the first 5-10 minutes of the first quarter. Seems like we've had a lot of solid action here, as Siena Heights looking to start conference play with a win. Alexa Mata, the head coach of the Saints in her second season, has put together a very solid squad here. I mentioned it earlier, ranked number 8 in the coach's top 10 poll. It's Indiana Tech now looking to go on offense. Barkdole. Show control. Out to Burr. Over onto the far side now. Donnelly sends back out in front, and what a play. A nice goal there for Indiana Tech. Didn't catch who scored that one, but a beautiful pass. A little slam dunk alley-oop type play as Donnelly sees this cut and putting that one in. Might have been Burr, I think. So back to a 1-goal game between the Saints and Indiana Tech. Bit of a cluster at the top of the goal scoring category for the Warriors. 4 goals apiece for Faith Donnelly, Reinhard, Wilson, and Barkdole. As we get this faceoff going once again, it's Indiana Tech controlling it for the second consecutive time. Burr finds Donnelly. Behind the net now once again for Indiana Tech. Barkdole. Now for Burr. Up top for Donnelly. The cut. And she'll back off. Back up to Burr. Over on the right point now. Here's Burr. Sends it across. That one broken up by the Saints. Picked up, though, by McComber. Wilson over to Donnelly. Whistle blows. It's like a cross-checking penalty. So clock stopped there with 7:42 to go in the first half. Indiana Tech with the ball here. Looks like they're going to get a good opportunity. And a save there for Siena Heights. That was Reinhardt, I believe, with the shot. Pass out ahead. Cleared by the Saints. Merrick over on the far side. Pringle. Get it behind the goal. Nicole trying to work her way out in the front. Shot, and she'll score. And so Siena Heights will go right back up by 2 as the team's just trading goals here in the second quarter. Nice dodging there for Siena Heights as they'll pick another one up. 6-4 our score. As the goal is coming quickly here in the second quarter. Ready to go with another face-off. Still loose. And it's going to be picked up by Androwski. Nicole now trying to dodge around to the right. She'll fire and score. So another quick goal, back-to-back for Siena Heights. As it's Alexis Nicole, the senior midfielder out of Portage, Michigan, finding the gap there, and it looked like Oberdorfer might not have even picked that one up until it was too late. Her team now trails by 3. 6:27 to go in half number 1. To the draw, it'll be Wilson and Spell once again. Some airtime on that one, and it'll be picked up by Indiana Tech. Here's Burr along the near side. McComber. Indiana Tech gets it behind the goal once again. Barkdale. Side of that, tries to dodge. Chance there. And no goal. Oh, now it looks like it will be a goal. Maybe. No. And Barkdale having a conversation with the referee about something. Clock keeps moving as we get this situation figured out. Scoreboard still says 7-4. We'll have a face-off, though, out here at midfield. And it'll be Sereno getting to it. She leads the Saints in goals with 13 coming into the day and has added, I believe, at least one so far. Spell, spin move. Gathered up now once again by Merrick. Androwski. To set up the offense here for the Siena Heights.
Watch four. Oh, yeah, Felicia.
Knocked out of the stick there.
Felicia,
And number 22, that's Pringle. Comes over to Spell. Looking to find a shooting lane potentially. Ops just passed this one off instead. Frankfurt slipped that one through, but making the save there, collecting it was Oberdorfer. It's over to one of her defenders, and now here goes Indiana Tech. Jade Hamilton running this one ahead. Inside the box, they'll slow it back down. Setting things up. And I think we might have an offsides. I believe we had too many players up in front for the Warriors. Reinhardt's going all the way back to the defensive end. And now we're ready to go. So looking to clear will be the Saints. That was Stockdale that had it there for a moment. Pass out, intercepted, and here's a chance for Indiana Tech rushing in, and someone's down. Dodges back into the middle, still with it. She'll fire that one. Bounced wide, still with Indiana Tech. Wilson on the opportunity there. Donnelly. Pace slows back down. Barkdole. Trying to make her way out in front. Shot and a score there for Abby Wilson. So Wilson gets Indiana Tech back within one, as that one actually was a goal earlier on. So back within one, actually. 2:22 on the clock off the goal from Wilson. And I think we're going to get a timeout here. So we'll use one along with them. Indiana Tech Lacrosse, SummitCitySports.com.
Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, Warriors are prepared to lead a significant life. You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior.
All right, welcome back. Ready to go here out of the timeout. 2:22 on the clock. Indiana Tech back-to-back goals to get back within one. 7-6 our score. And off the draw, it's Indiana Tech controlling. It's Wilson. She got rid of it. Still had it, actually. But a whistle will blow. And someone's getting carded. And we're going to assume that's on Indiana Tech. Okay, looks like we're ready to start it back up. Porchetta. Up to Nicole. Up the near side. Good backtracking there. Coming out of Barkdole. And she has to give up that pursuit at the restraining line. And we'll get the arm of the official up once again. It will be Siena Heights still controlling. Shot, stave there by Oberdorfer. As wind gusting up here again. Weather had kind of subdued a little bit there. Didn't want to jinx it. But rain kind of almost a non-factor now. Started to slow down on the wind. Picked up a little bit again here now as we approach halftime. Merrick has it. Trying to work into the middle now. With a lot of sticks. She lost control of it. That was Nicole. And is picked up by Gilmore. Taken down. And it'll still be Tech ball. 45 seconds as the clock continues to run here. There's apologies for some of the spots on the camera. That's due to the rain, kind of wind and rain coming right out into our booth here. So doing what we can here as running this one up is Hamilton. Misfire on the pass. Here's Barkdole. Under 20 seconds to go. Cutting, shooting, and scoring. Tie game. There's a great play there out of Barkdole as someone, I think that's Burr, was slow to get up. Wonderfully done there by Abby Barkdole, the senior out of Greenwood, Indiana, as there are 14.1 seconds still on the clock. For Indiana Tech, 7 different players have scored at least 1 goal so far. 5 different players have recorded an assist. Indiana Tech all-time is 16-2 against Siena Heights, but are on a 2-game losing streak right now. Last season, 20-13 loss in the regular season and a 16-6 loss in the WAC tournament. Both of those games are actually played in Adrian, so 2 road contests. See if Indiana Tech can use home field advantage, change things up, and as I say that, it's a goal for Siena Heights that beats the buzzer as we will head to halftime with an 8-7 score. So I'm going to assume halftime will be about 10 minutes. We'll see if the teams retreat into the indoor areas here. But we'll go ahead and step aside here. Siena Heights leads 8-7. You're watching Indiana Tech Lacrosse on SummitCitySports.com.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior. Want to know what it means to be a warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a warrior's shoes. Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, warriors are prepared to lead a significant life.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
My name is Keen Ching.
I am Solomon Long. We are electrical engineering students at Indiana Tech and will be graduating May of 2021.
For electrical engineering, I gained an interest through robotics in high school, actually. And I got to know the mechanical engineering side of robotics, then I got to learn the electrical side, and I kind of learned that I like the electrical side a little better than the mechanical side.
I actually relate it back to cooking when I was younger. Find a meal that I like, tear it apart, and figure out what aspect about it that I like and see if I could recreate it at home. And I sort of took that logical mindset of taking something that's interesting, breaking it apart, and putting it back together. And I found out then that that's basically what engineering is. So we decided to pursue this project because it was sort of interesting. It was definitely difficult, but we hadn't seen somebody else do this before.
Well, our project is basically a human detection device that detects human footsteps within a certain radius. The general functionality of our device is it takes in frequency waves from anything around, and then we coded it onto the device where it just calculates and filters out anything that's not a footstep. And then from there, it just kind of calculates where the location is through a neat function called multilateration, which is a whole math theory and everything.
Yeah, so the process itself basically just takes data from a person walking around. It takes that data mixed with all the noise from the environment and filters it out using the code and filters the device itself, determines what signal is actually a person versus what was noise, then uses the delay between all of the sensors to find out where that person is located.
From my knowledge, the marketability of this product would be more towards the security side and marketing side, actually. So for security side, it's more of a discrete surveillance system versus like a camera in a room where someone can see it, versus our sensing device that you can put under like a table where nobody can see it. And then it can also do like heat mapping and population traffic to determine like in a room where the most visited places.
So during the first semester of Senior Project, or Senior Project 1, we basically were just going through research, trying to figure out what project we actually wanted to talk about, what project we wanted to do. Once the project was decided, then the rest of the semester was research. And then Senior Project 2 is where we actually really started going through and building the device.
We had the components that we wanted, and then we just went in with design iterations. We went in with all kind of just trial and error, trying to make something work, spending hours and hours in this lab.
So to break the process down to actually manufacture our device, what we decided to do was first start with what sensors we needed, what microcontrollers we needed, how we were going to hook everything up. To actually assemble the project, first we decided on how big the project was going to be, how much room it should take up, got all the dimensions of all the components, the microcontroller, the sensors, the chip, all of that, the battery. Then took that design, wired all the controllers and everything up onto a prototyping board, the filters, the microcontroller, the sensors, put it all together, and then just kind of temporarily mounted it to the device to actually prototype.
And then for the actual functionality of making all these components work together, it kind of was just all cored into the coding, which we used for coding MATLAB and also C coding. And then from that, we used kurtosis, which is kind of like a probabilities and statistics theory. Then from that, we used the time of arrivals and the time difference of arrivals of the actual wave. And then from that, we took that data in and put into multilateration, which is kind of just like the core bread and butter of the entire project, where it determined where the location of that person was from the time differences of the wave to the sensors. I would say for issues that we've encountered and kind of just failures and prototypes, it became very apparent that the time difference and having everything really close was kind of an issue. And then we decided for our last prototype that we built was going to be increasing the distance between the sensors so that we didn't have to work as close with the time differences.
Yeah, a lot of our device revolved around that time difference of arrival, or time of rivals. And that ended up, the faster that we could sample, the more accurate we'd be able to actually take that data.
Overall, at least for me, what I used from my other classes for this project was coding skills. I also learned that drawing schematics and just drawing out ideas and just throwing out ideas end up creating better ideas than trying to find that perfect idea to start with. For me, on a personal level, I'm very much a computer science guy. I really like to code. So being able to see my code that I wrote actually do what I want is always fulfilling in itself.
When the project was done, that first moment there, just feeling that huge thing, it works.
Yeah.
And as soon as it worked, that was just that was super, super fun.
Yeah.
I really appreciated Indiana Tech for a lot of the professors that have been around. I know Zach, Rumsey, Professor Byers, all three of them have been huge supports. They've been super encouraging. They've been super nice. Having them help, that was definitely something that I really appreciated about Tech. As excited as I am to graduate, I will miss all the friends and all the teachers that I have, but I am ready to move on and to continue working in the actual industry where I can not just better myself, but potentially create something to better someone else.
For me, as much as I've enjoyed my time at Tech, I would like to just be able to take this opportunity to use this as a stepping stone for my next step in life, which is going to be starting my career and using what I've learned here to be able to better the world.
You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior. You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior.
All right, welcome back to the Warrior Athletic Field here on the campus of Indiana Tech. About ready to get ready here for the second half. A late goal there in the closing seconds, putting Siena Heights back out on top 8-7, as Indiana Tech had been down by 2 or 3 and made a nice comeback. But Siena Heights able to put one through and get the lead here. 1-4 so far on the season, but we talked about it to get things started. 3 of those games have been against ranked opponents. This is also the 6th game of a 7-game road trip to open the season for the Saints. Their only home game coming in there, well, actually, excuse me, 6th game out of 7 not to open their season. Their season opener against Cumberland's on February 21st. They'll end the road trip next Wednesday at Concordia. The Saints picked second in the preseason WAC coaches poll, grabbing 1 first-place vote. Lawrence Tech, the preseason favorite in the WAC. And I believe Indiana Tech will play Lawrence Tech on the road this season. I don't think we'll get to see them come through here. So probably the best opponent Indiana Tech will have roll here through Fort Wayne, as it's Indiana Tech controlling this one as we get going here. Just about 30 seconds gone in the third quarter, as it is controlled there by Ryan Hard. Back into the middle and a shot there, but unable to find the back of the goal was Faith Donnelly. Once again, far side. Trying to connect with Wilson. Here's Burr. Cross for Reinhard. For a potential lane, tries to dodge a couple of Saints defenders. And with it once again is Wilson. She'll move it along, keep the train moving to Donnelly. Comes back out high now for Burr. Chance for Donnelly if she can get around a couple, but some great defense there coming through for Siena Heights. Shot clock down to 15. Indiana Tech going to have to get one on net here. Chasing it down and picking it up is Barkdole. 6 seconds. Need to let it go here. Trying to dodge, just pick it back up. Feeds it out in front, and that one will be a shot clock violation. I'm going to assume a similar term there as it would be in basketball, and so would have been Siena Heights ball, I believe, anyways. Looked like they would have gotten to that one out of bounds. And they will look to clear this one out. Stedham, the sophomore goalkeeper out of Glendale, Indiana, letting her teammates get set up field. Pass into the middle. Nice find there for Nicole. Brings this one up. 3-on-3 entering the box with all the momentum. She'll try and send that one well high. That one way high with all that downfield momentum for Siena Heights. And coming out of halftime, you would think the momentum of the game. You know, in hockey, it's always a killer giving up a goal in the last minute of a period, much less last 5 seconds. But luckily for Indiana Tech, good timing on that one, able to really reset. Still down 1. Got to feel like they're in a decent spot right now. Comes out to Androwski. Center point region. Over to Nicole. In and out. Still trying to collect this pass. I think this Merrick went really whipping here as that shot finds the back of the goal for Siena Heights. So that will make it a 2-goal lead for the Saints. As that's at least the second for Merrick. Has potentially a third of her team's goals here in this one. Next up for Indiana Tech will be on March 23rd. I think that is Wednesday at Aquinas, a 5 o'clock start, and then they'll be back here on Saturday against Cleary at 11 a.m. The men will play at, I think, 5 that night. And then back on the road 4-2 for Indiana Tech to end March and get April started. Potentially we'll be hosting some WAC tournament games here on the women's side of things. Should they be a top 4 seed, they'll clinch at least one home game. The men's team, I believe, is an overwhelming favorite to win the WAC. I think they won it in 2019 and 2021 with no season in 2020 due to the beginning of the COVID pandemic. Androwski fires that one through, but it was low and wide. It'll still be Siena Heights ball. 4 minutes gone here in our third quarter. Spell. Trying to cut to the crease. And sends that one long out of bounds. But it will be Siena Heights still with it. Merrick. Jogging around here. She's defended and had it knocked off of her stick. But that'll be a foul there on Gilmore. I think you actually can foul out in lacrosse. So I need to familiarize myself more with some of the penalties and whatnot. But here's Merrick looking to find a goal here when the whistle blows. Make it a 3-goal lead. Whistle blows. Here we go. She rushes into the crease and scores. So didn't waste any time on that one. Whistle blew, she rushed in and found yet another goal. So it will be 10-7. 2 goals here in the first 4.5 minutes of the second half for the Saints. Here on a cold and rainy Saturday afternoon in the Summit City. And it will, off the draw, immediately be Siena Heights' ball. And it'll be Sereno. Must have been some sort of foul on the goal. Is trying to feed that one in the box. Androwski almost able to pick that one up and put it in. Still a ground ball over there. No one quite able to pick it up. And finally, looks like Frankfurt might get some control. But she had her stick hacked there by Reinhard. And much to the disapproval of some of the fans in attendance here. Sereno. Sends that one through into the crease area. Shot. And couldn't connect, finding the back of the net there. Pringle. Androwski back behind. Pringle right out in front, and she'll score. So Siena Heights really turning it on here to get a third quarter started, as that is their third. Just over 5.5 minutes in. You see the play there, nice pass. And the flurry of action will draw a timeout from Indiana Tech. So we'll go ahead and step aside as well. Indiana Tech Lacrosse brought to you by SummitCitySports.com.
Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, warriors are prepared to lead a significant life. You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior.
All right, welcome back. Ready to go out of the timeout. 9:25 on the clock. And a hot start to this quarter for Siena Heights. They've got 3 goals. They now lead by 4. And if you want to track back to the last few seconds of the first half, there's been 4 goals quickly for Siena Heights. Long pass up ahead here for Donnelly. Couldn't catch it on the fly, but picked it up off the ground and ready to go. Looking for her fellow attackers and middies to get set here. And it's long, far behind the net now. Barkdale trying to feed this one out in front. couldn't find the lane, out of bounds, and it'll go the other way. So Siena Heights will take over possession here, and we'll see if they can add another one. Is Sydney Oberdorfer, the freshman out of Lando Lakes, Florida, having a little bit of a tough outing here the last little bit of this one. See if they can stabilize here. As this is Pringle. Another shot there. That one off the post from Merrick as she is continuing to hunt here for more goals. Probably is up to 4 or 5 on the day. I know she has at least 3. Anyways, here's Pringle. Trying to dodge and works her way over to the other side now. She left it for Spell. Nicole with possession now, has some room here. Opted not to shoot. An errant pass. And that'll be a turnover as Indiana Tech will take it over, and it'll be Kalisha Gilmore to get this going here for the Warriors as they look to try and come back yet again. Just got it to Oberdorfer, but she's watched over closely there by Pringle up in her face. She's behind her net now, able to get that one off to Gilmore, able to pick that one up off the ground. Had trouble with that pass there for a moment. Gives it right back to Oberdorfer. Has some sticks in her face. Had it knocked away. Pringle trying to chase down this loose ball. But getting to it first will be Jordan Donnelly. But it's actually going to be Siena Heights with it. Sereno. Pass misfired. She couldn't pick it up. Trying to battle for it off the ground. And now she'll have it. Lots of room in front of her. Doesn't take the shot. Kind of floated that one in the direction of the goal. Wouldn't necessarily say that was a shot attempt, though. Here's Nicole now behind the net, and Spell look to get it set up. Under 6.5 to go. Pringle back for Nicole. Spell once again. Trying to dodge around a Warrior defender. Nice pass there. Nicole thought about pulling the trigger, didn't do it. And she'll just drop it off for Merrick. They'll look to run the offense once again. She catches one in the ribs there. No whistle blown as it's Burr that picked it up. Tried to get it ahead. It was in the feet of Jarvis. And turnover there, right out in front. And a goal there for Siena Heights. That'll be Pringle. So a turnover there as it was put into the feet of Jarvis. Leads to a goal. See it there. Leads to a goal for Siena Heights. So they now lead by 5 as the offense has really come alive here for them in this third quarter. Back out of midfield, 5:46, face off. Still battling for it, but the inside track belonged to Indiana Tech as Reinhardt tried to chase it down, and as it goes out of bounds, she will be the one controlling here. Ritchie. Behind now for McComber. Barkdole looked like she might pull the trigger, had it fall out of her stick, able to pick it back up, get it to Donnelly. And then again, right out in front, misfired on the pass, looking for Fate Donnelly, another alley-oop type play, comes to Barkdole. Barkdole still with it, works her way behind the net. Shot there, went right in front of the goalkeeper. And chasing this one down for Indiana Tech is Abby Wilson. Reinhard into the middle. Couldn't connect with Donnelly. And Siena Heights is going to come away with this one. Racing up the far side. It looks like Androwski. Turning on the gas. Sends this one ahead. Nicole picks it up. Works her way behind the net. Looking for a potential option here. Trying to cut through to the crease. Had it knocked out of her stick. And it'll stay with Siena Heights as we are now approaching the 4-minute mark of the third quarter. And another good look here for Siena Heights, but Oberdorfer comes up with the save. I believe that was Nicole with the shot. Sent all the way out to midfield. Flung ahead for McComber. She'll come through the middle now. Dishes it off. Donnelly. Boxed out a little bit. Looking for, I believe that's Bartel over there, and it is. Wilson. She'll just leave it for Burr. Behind the net. Bartel. Burr once again. Comes out top now for Ricci. Donnelly. Can't find the space she was looking for. Nice pass. Cutting through the crease. Shot there. But that one goes wide from Wilson. Chasing it down is Donnelly. Warriors working it around, down 5. Need to start making something happen, but they can score quickly. About 2:30 on the clock. Shot clock says 36. Pass out in front. Couldn't connect with McComber. Heard a whistle. It'll still be Indiana Tech's ball. As feels like coming out of the timeout, time has really been moving here in this one. We got another hold up here for something. Clock stopped at 2:05. Okay, and I think now everyone is looking like we're about ready to go. It's right there at the top in the middle of the screen. Noelle Ritchie has it. High slot area. Has 3 Saint defenders in front of her. We'll see if she even tries for a shot or if she's just going to try and facilitate a play here. As still not quite ready to go. I think it's the shot clock that we're concerned about. All right, I think it is. So that's running now. I think Neon Tech might even have made a quick sub. The shot clock is rolling. The game clock is not. Still got one of the officials, 2 of them looking over towards the scoring table. No idea what the hold-up is here. All right, well, now it looks like everyone's ready to go. Okay, there's the whistle. Now we're back at it. Right off to Burr. She'll try and shoot that one, but a nice save comes up for Lucy Stedham there. Siena Heights looking to clear this one up on the far side. In the middle, Spell sends it back out wide for Bacho. Turnover. It will be Indiana Tech coming the other way now. And that, I think, is Jarvis racing that one up the far end. And she'll just retreat after that one. Barkdale. Still just over a minute on the shot clock and the game clock. 5-second difference between the two. 5.5, give or take. As this is Gilmore going to work in the offensive end. Usually we've seen her kind of more of a defensive midfielder and working on the offense. And a nice read there for Stedham as Barkdale was trying to go around and run that alley-oop slam dunk play. Again, it looked like. Stedham fans on the pass, lost it, but able to recollect. Didn't have anyone close enough to potentially take that one away. Sereno for Siena Heights. Feeds it. Comes up now, Pringle. Burr drops to the turf. She's a little slow to get up, but we play on. 4 seconds to go, and so we'll just let this one run out as Burr in a little bit of discomfort, but we'll get a minute and a half to think about it, as that'll be the end of our third quarter. We'll go ahead and step aside. Indiana Tech Lacrosse brought to you by SummitCitySports.com.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior. Want to know what it means to be a warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a warrior's shoes. Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, warriors are prepared to lead a significant life.
All right, welcome back. Fourth quarter ready to go here from the campus of Indiana Tech. Or not ready to go. It looks like it's starting to lighten up a little bit too over here to our right, which is a promising sign. Weather hopefully stopping here. And collected by Burr off the face-off. And we are a go for the last 15 minutes of play. Indiana Tech needing 5 to tie and to not give up any in the process. And so they'll go back on the attack. Barkdale cutting into the crease, still with it, looking to shoot, had it knocked out, and it was regathered there by McComber. Nice pass there to Burr. Couldn't quite handle it, but picked that one up off the ground. Donnelly tries to find Barkdale and did. And someone dropped to the ground. That looked to be Porchetta. And Barkdale's going to have a look here. And feeds it through and scores. So Indiana Tech gets one back there. And so that starts the process. Still down 4. As you see there, play resumes, and Barkdale able to send that one through the 5-hole of Stedham. So just a minute 10 into the fourth quarter. Tech is on the board for the first time this half. Wilson and Spell will do battle at the face-off dot once again. And it's going to be Wilson able to pick this one up off of the draw. Sent up to Burr, couldn't handle that pass. She'll pick it up. Almost caught the referee in the face with the stick, trying to get that one up to Jarvis. Donnelly, left side, cutting, shooting, and scoring. So Indiana Tech starting to bring this one back. A great start to this quarter has them back within 3. Nice play by Donnelly there. Kept that one in the shooting position. Let it fly. And it is now 12-9. Just 21 seconds later. And slowly but surely, the Warriors trying to bring this one back in their home opener. Just their 3rd game of the season. This is the 6th game for Siena Heights. They're 1-4. Tech 1-1 to this point. Barkdale trying to feed that one, and another goal. Donnelly once again as Indiana Tech is mounting a furious comeback here early in the fourth quarter. And a nice pass there from Barkdale, and the goals in quick succession will draw a timeout from Siena Heights. They want to settle this one down, and we want to settle it down as well. We'll step aside. Indiana Tech Lacrosse brought to you by SummitCitySports.com.
Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, Warriors are prepared to lead a significant life.
All right, welcome back to Warrior Athletic Field here on the campus of Indiana Tech. The Warriors really starting to bring this one back as they were down 12-7 coming into this quarter. We'll take a look at a couple of the goals as they've brought this one back to just 12-10. You see the shot here from Barkdale as she was able to get things started. And then just 21 seconds later, it was another goal for the Warriors, which we don't have time to look at, but you get the idea. A couple of quick ones for Indiana Tech, and they are right back in this thing. Down by just 2 now, and looking to go on the attack again. A lot of momentum for them right now as they, even later in the third quarter, seem to be on offense more often than not. Is knifing through the crease area there was Wilson. Still with it, she'll shoot, but that one's saved by Stedham. Ground ball, chasing this one down and picking it up will be Indiana Tech, and she'll fall to the ground. I believe that's Barkdale over there. Nope, it is not. It is, well, we're going to refrain from just guessing here. But slow to get up. And I think that's Abby Wilson. Looks like a 1 and a 5. 12:33 on the clock here. Quarter 4, Indiana Tech's ball, and they'll get it to Wilson. McComber gets out to Barkdale. Catches a cross check. And referee patting his head. Don't know what that means, but it's still Indiana Tech's ball, and that is the only translation that matters. Barkdale gets it out to Brooke Burr. Here's Burr trying to dodge a little bit. Pass was broken up there and picked up by Siena Heights. Dangerous pass, but worked out for him as it's with Stockdale. Engaged in a battle down low. I think it was Reinhardt back there. We'll see whose ball it is. As that Indiana Tech player is slow to get up. Looks to be in some discomfort. I'm just stretching it out. Looks like she'll be okay. Yeah, that's Reinhardt that's back there. So it is Indiana Tech ball. I think it's with Reinhardt. And it is. They'll fling it out high for Wilson. Working the left side, fires. Whistles blow. And a couple of players, both slow to get up. It's Wilson for Tech. And that Siena Heights player will make her way to her feet as well. That's Merrick. Still looks to be hobbling a little bit. Shot there and a save by Stedham. A shot from Wilson is going to be Stedham looking to clear this one out. Letting the play develop a little bit still. Waiting for someone to get open. Pass nearly intercepted there. Ground ball picked up by Indiana Tech. Here's Burr. She'll get it ahead. Reinhardt sends it across. Donnelly a shot. No goal there. As that one might have hit the post. Long stretch pass up ahead. Intended target was Del Kloss. But it's Indiana Tech coming away with it, really putting the pressure on here still. That was Jordan Donnelly that had it. Wilson over to Reinhardt. Reinhardt snaps into action. Whistle will blow. And will be a drop ball kind of scenario here for Indiana Tech. Reinhardt over there. She'll fire low. That one zips through and goes wide. Indiana Tech closest to it. Barkdale will control the senior attacker. Here along this left side. Just give it off to Faith Donnelly. Looks like it's Burr with it now. And over to Reinhardt. Fed out for Donnelly. Stopped there by Stedham. Under 10 minutes to go. After the flurry of goals for Indiana Tech, slowed down here. Now it's 12-10. Stedham flings this one all the way ahead. Now coming up the field with numbers, this is Nicole. Nicole, pass, couldn't connect. Still loose, and chasing it down is Pringle. Down low, Del Kloss. She moved it along. Frankfurt, she'll fire and score. Nope, I don't think that one's going to count. And it will not. So Reinhardt will look to start this one in her own defensive end. Sends it up for Wilson. Cuts through a couple of Navy jerseys. Inside the box. Gets it out for Donnelly. Just about 8.5 here. McComber. Works over to the right side now. Still circling behind the net. Tries to send it back out in front. Gets it all the way out to Burr. 60 seconds on the shot clock. Burr. Pass was broken up there, but Warriors able to get to it first. In the middle for Barkdale. She'll shoot right off the post. Would have cut the deficit to just one, and now rushing up the middle is Sereno. 8 minutes to go. Worked for Pringle now here along the near end. And behind, Del Kloss. Save there. And coming the other way now are the Warriors. Wilson racing through the center logo. Had it knocked out of her stick. Arm goes up. And it'll go back to her. 7:20 to go. Barkdale. Into the middle. Jarvis couldn't gather in that pass and put it on net. Stedham looking to clear. Siena Heights been under a lot of pressure here in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on that 5-goal lead. There's been a good cushion. They're still up by 2 after giving up the 3 quick ones in the first 5 or so minutes of this quarter. Androwski. through mid. Works her way inside the box. Merrick. 40 seconds on the shot clock. Cutting through the crease, firing and scoring. And that one will count after an earlier one for Siena Heights did not. So Merrick with another goal here for the Saints. They now lead 13-10, back up by 3, just under 6 minutes to go. 5:56 on the clock. And everybody in no rush here to bring this one back out for another face-off. I think we got these 3 cars over on the left side of the field, just kind of out of the frame. I think those might, at least one of those, is someone sitting in their car watching the game. They got the right idea here with this weather. Probably has a decent view over there, too. Anyways, off to face-off. Here we go. Alexis Nicole across the restraining line inside the box. Over to Del Kloss. Siena Heights sets up behind the net. Letting the play develop. I believe that's Pringle with it down there. Spell. Trying to do some dodging here on Barkdole. Can't be Barkdole. She's an attacker. It looked like a 1 and 3. Was not Pringle. Spell. Kind of on a little bit of an island here is Siena Heights trying to set some picks. Finds one in the middle, but hanging on to it instead of shooting was Merrick. Back to Pringle. Pringle has a lane. She'll fire and score. So Pringle adds another one here for Siena Heights. And they're back out to a 4-goal lead. See, they're just able to find that one lower left side on Oberdorfer. And so a couple of quick ones back to back, and Siena Heights is back in a much more comfortable position than they were. 4:32 to go. Face-off, it is going to be Indiana Tech coming up with this one. Wilson. They're going to go on the attack. Lost the handle, and it went right into the stick of Nicole, and so she'll just bring this one up ahead once again. She started the offensive attack last time. That led to a goal. Chasing this one down is Del Kloss. Still hanging on to it. Here's Pringle now. Hannah Merrick out top now. Whistle blows, and it looks like that one will be in favor of Siena Heights. Might have been an off ball play here. So, shot and a goal for Merrick. Another one. And so, after Indiana Tech got it all the way down to 2, Siena Heights gets it back out to a 5-goal lead. And you would have to think that one will more than likely kind of seal the deal on this one. 3.5 to go, you never know, but another 5-goal lead would feel pretty good for Siena Heights the way they've been going here the last 3 or 4 minutes. Siena Heights was preseason number 7 nationally. They're down to number 9 after some losses to highly ranked opponents. Tech men's team with some wins over highly ranked opponents. They are ahead of where their preseason ranking was. They don't come home until next Saturday for their first home contest. I believe they've lost once or twice out of 6, 7-ish games, I think. And so 3 minutes to go. It'll be Indiana Tech getting this started off the dead ball. And it'll actually be Siena Heights ball. So switch in the call here. Referee's kind of discussing this one, but it seems like we're ready to go. Sereno has it in her stick. Spell through midfield. Barkdole chases her down. Gets behind the net now for Merrick. Back behind the goal, Pringle. About 2:15 or so to go. Just hit that mark here. Again, 15-10 our score. 40 seconds on the shot clock here for the Saints. Comes across looking for Frankfurt. Couldn't collect it. Now this is Androwski. Had it knocked out of her stick. Indiana Tech couldn't collect it there. Still being battled for, and now they will have it. As it was Oberdorfer able to pick that one up, chasing this one down, ground ball at midfield, picked up by Donnelly. Donnelly will slow up, 1:25 to play. Wilson trying to find a lane here. Just pushed off the play there by Chirinos. A shot there for the Warriors. Picked up by Barkdole. Barkdole still. Send that one out in front. A couple of players each side go tumbling down. And it looked like Muller and Donnelly for their respective clubs. It's going to be Indiana Tech ball in the stick of Donnelly. 1:01 on the clock. Almost an even minute. And here we go. Donnelly shoots, she'll score. And that'll make it a 4-goal game. So the Warriors get one of them back. But need to find 4 quick. 58.6 seconds to go is a tall ask, especially if Siena Heights were to get this ball. shot clock does not matter anymore, so they could really just hold it if they wanted to. Which I think if you just hold it and stand there is a penalty. Whether or not it would be called, I don't know. At this stage of the game, whether or not it would be called, I would say. Loose ball. And it will be picked up by Glasgow. Still has it and gets this one ahead to Sherino. Still with it. Still looking for more are the Saints. And it will still be their ball here. 20 seconds to go. Time is effectively just going to tick down here. So Siena Heights is going to take this one. They'll improve to 2-4 on the season. They'll add another goal there. That makes it 16-1. And so we'll have a face-off with 11 seconds to go. As I said, it'll be Siena Heights improving to 2-4. Indiana Tech will fall to 1-2. As we'll take a look at the road ahead for both teams. I'll just pull this up really quick on my phone. For Siena Heights, we'll just confirm that it will be at Concordia on March 23rd, 1 o'clock, before they finally get to return home after that 7-game road trip. And Wednesday, a road contest for Indiana Tech against Aquinas, who is receiving votes in the poll. So another test there for Indiana Tech. And then on Saturday, they'll be back home again at 11 a.m. against Cleary. And then it'll be a road trip for about a week, 2 games. And they'll have Life University in on April 13th. So that will do it. Siena Heights officially takes this one by a score of 16-11 here on opening day for Indiana Tech women's lacrosse at home. So Indiana Tech will look to regroup and find a win on Wednesday at Aquinas. But that'll do it here for us. For my cameraman, Jeff Mahoney, my name is Joe Hacker. We thank you for joining us here. This has been Indiana Tech Lacrosse, brought to you by SummitCitySports.com.